more presidential candidates are coming out to pick the nomination forms. I previously did a video as to why I think the system is preparing these presidential candidates so that they can make the presidential race look stupid. We all know we are under a revolution where General Museveni is supposed to go home, where General Museveni is exercising a lot of powers, where General Museveni is dictating each and everything. So by bringing very many contenders, is sanitizing the process. When you come out to say that Museveni is a dictator, they will show you that even 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds are running against him. How come that is allowing people to run against him? Yes, you are saying he's a dictator. One of the very biggest strategies of General Museveni is PR. He has always done this. I've always come out to tell you that after the 2021 generation, where people were beaten up, maimed, it's one of the most worst elections to ever be held in Ugandan history. He came out before he was even elected in to say that the Mamawas were going to come in Uganda to sanitize the process, to make it as if look like we have a lot of peace in the country. So this is what is happening. Now even young kids are coming up, more are coming up to pick nominations. In fact, here's a tape with one of the contenders, a young girl who was even shy to speak to the camera. Here's the tape.
Abantu abali mu buyinza n'ababeera bakoze gye emisango abafunisa abaana bato embuto tebavaayo, tebavunaanibwa, abamu bavunaanibwa, abamu balekebwayo. So nze nvuddeyo, nze ng'akuziddwa single mother, nvuddeyo nsobole okwesimbawo nwanirira abalala.
Even his camera shy. The things he's talking about, is supposed to be done on the local council and in parliament. You cannot stand for presidency without a mind. And I'm not criticizing that the young people are not supposed to come out, but when you make it look like as if you are state sponsored, that is my problem. Because we have a duty as a country to stimulate the democracy, to stimulate the politics, to take General Museveni home. If you see such things happening, I fear. Let me first also play with the video again so that you can see the camera shy. Even it reached a point that when he was aspirating his breath, yes, the
abantu abali mu buyinza n'ababeera bakoze gye emisango abafunisa abaana bato embuto tebavaayo, tebavunaanibwa, abamu bavunaanibwa, abamu balekebwayo. So nze nvuddeyo, nze ng'akuziddwa singa.
General Museveni is continuing to bring young people. In 2021 he brought Katumba. I highly think that the system brought Katumba, Oye, William Mayambala, to see that even a lame person can run for presidency. This is what is happening. So the opposition should learn the tactics. General Museveni has a propaganda machinery. Every government does that. Okay, they can bring a narrative, they can say anything to bring public discourse, to bring public debate away from what the generations see. Okay, and I think even the opposition must up their game. When we were leading up towards the 2020 generation, the media and the narrative was controlled by the opposition, and we are sitting back. It's the reason why I made this channel, so that we can fight the system when they bring out a propaganda which we don't understand. Another person who came out to run for president is also a young girl. Girls who are supposed to be home, being taught how to pad, being taught how to cook, being taught how to live their life. They are coming out to in this mess. The president is something else. If they had come out in parliament, maybe we could have a discussion. But for a president, what do they know about the economy? What do they know about the life? They've never even been independent. Let's continue with another person who came out to pick his nomination.
Guidelines for the upcoming presidential election nominations. One, I want to offer alternative leadership and transformative leadership for this country. We feel that the generational gap that needs to be filled in leadership has to be taken up now. We feel we are the generation that has to step in and take on leadership. And secondly, we feel that a lot of things have gone astray. We feel that politics and leadership is no longer what Ugandans can aspire to and say they can get hope. So we feel we need to step in and provide leadership that is clarity form, that is independent, that will move Uganda in a fast forward form. Secondly, we feel that politics has become completely chemical. We feel that majority of even the political parties have taken on the same abusive structure that majority of Ugandans have about 0.5 billion that is being allocated to political parties. How would a political Ugandans that wants Ugandans to be well accept being? How would it accept change? We feel we need to change the nature of in general. We need to transform these democracy gimmicks. We need to transform it and make Ugandans.
So this guy right here, he was somewhat eloquent than the other. He was not shy. He talks about political funding. World over, political parties are funded because a political party can come into power. The reason as to why they put that narrative that government should fund political parties is because they can get funds from sources which can bring instability in the country. I think that was a masterstroke. I would accept it even if I'm president. Okay? Even if I'm president, I could accept it. Political parties are funded for a reason. 2, let nobody lie to you that someone can come win the presidency without a political party. Because the constitution as it is right now, you can win the presidency and get the executive, but will be in the opposition. How can you become president without the parliament? That's a problem. Okay? Even to show that these have come out to trivialize the presidential race, them not being with the political party is a very big signal. At least one of the first step of one running for the president, get a political party. Who are you going to run with? When you come to Kampala, at least you must be with a council or a member of parliament who will take you around to show you support. Okay? Not having a political party is a problem. There's instance why even Katumba Oye, I hardly think he was brought by the system, but you realized that's why he made a political party, at least for him, he has a stepping stone. Now, coming out to bash a political party is also a problem unless you are giving an alternative of going to the bush. Because if you go to the bush, you don't need a political party. You need people to galvanize really to go in the bush. So these people have come out to trivialize the process. Okay? To trivialize everything. Let's finish our video.
Can become the initial beneficiaries of what politics is. So they can help become the initial beneficiaries of what politics is. So they can have hope in what politics is. Because right now, if you talk to majority of Ugandans, they will tell you, they'll say, I'm not interested in voting anymore. If Ugandans reach the extent of telling you they don't want to vote anymore, you need to listen. You must listen. Why don't they want to vote anymore? An electoral process that is meant to empower the entire country now generally has people that are saying they don't participate in it. It's because they've lost hope in the structures. They've lost hope in the nature of what leadership has been in this country. Secondly, we need to transform
women and girls can easily sanitize everything. So if you say that Genome 7 is a dictator and you see girls running for the presidency, like the way how Maureen Chalia did, they have come to sanitize the process. Because we all know these are non-starters. Some don't even have 500 shillings at their account. Where are they going to get the nomination? 20 million shillings. They fail to move across the country. Where have they been? What's their background? So you clearly see that state can do anything to trivialize the presidential race. Of course, that's my opinion. Do not make us by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I remain yours, Mr. Makinde, Kabiye Sulaiman Mawagari, the next MP for Makinde East constituency. I'll see you on another one. Peace.
Yes, Kabiye Sulaiman Mawagari. I am putting in my request to fly the NUP flag high in Makinde East constituency so that I can represent the great people of Makinde East. Nkomyewo omulundi ogwokubiri n'obwongo nga bwesera nga busera. Ebiwandiiko byange mbirese bibino.